Oh. I need to clean my thing a little bit. All right, Mama P. Yes, much better. Oh, Mama P is here. Let's invite her in. All
I'm here. We made it. We made it.
right. We made it. I made it. All
I
over
see.
DC.
I saw. You changed clothes, everything.
I was able to take a shower and everything. I am ready. I am here. I'm excited because I'm ready to spill this tea because I'm ready to
Yes.
spill the tea.
Yes. Yes.
Ready to spill the tea. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Yes, to another episode of Travel Trap Thursday. We are PNS Travels, your friendly travel advisors. We are so excited. All month long, we've been talking about cruises. We started with Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and then we took a celebrity cruise. We
Yes.
previewed it on social media. So if you have not, go back to our channel. There are loads and loads of videos all about it. But this is the details of our adventure. We're going to tell you
We're going to spill
everything
the tea.
about it. Everything about it. We're going to give our honest opinion about Celebrity. We're going to do, is it worth it, the hype? We're going to talk about why it was not my perfect fit. Who it is perfect for. And we'll talk about choosing the right type of cruise for you that fits you. You
Yep.
ready, Mama?
I'm ready.
All
Come
right. All
on
right.
in. We ready.
Yes,
Don't
we
be
are
late for
ready.
the party. Don't be late.
Yes. Yeah, so I guess you kind of already spilled the beans. Is Celebrity worth the hype? Mama P, what you think?
I would say that it's a good cruise
Hmm.
for the ideal person who would like that type of cruise. And we're going to give you more information concerning what type of cruise it is. You
Hmm.
know, I'm a Royal Caribbean girl, and Celebrity is part of the Royal Caribbean
Yep.
family.
Yep.
So I like the cruise, but there's some things that, you know, you may not be accustomed to.
Yeah, I mean, no cruise line is going to be perfect.
Right.
But they all have their pluses and minuses. I do agree that Celebrity they're a part of the Royal Caribbean group. So you're going to feel some of the same Royal Caribbean feelings there. They have some really good things that I like, some things I didn't like, but some things, is it worth it? I think it's an excellent cruise line. I think it is great value for your money. I think if it is for you, you will have a great time. If you're the type of traveler that they market to, that they attract, you would have an absolutely great time. That's my opinion. Is it a cruise? Is it the cruise for you, Mama P?
I would do it again. The one thing that I would say that I would have enjoyed more is more the music. If you notice, Mama P likes to dance. I didn't dance not one
That
time.
was
Not
up. That
one
was
time.
up.
I
That
got
was
back home. I'm like, wait a minute.
that
I
was
didn't
up.
not one time did I
You did not. I noticed that. I was like,
dance.
huh, that was something to note. That was
Right.
something to note. All right. So,
Absolutely.
okay, let's start with what Celebrity does really well. Now, I understand why people love Celebrity, and they do a lot of things well. The number one thing for me is the crew, the staff. Excellent,
Yes.
excellent job. They were nice, accommodating, friendly, helpful. And sometimes when you have workers in the tourist business, they see so many people so often, they're not as pleasant.
Right.
And the staff was phenomenal. What do you think, Mom?
I think they were too. But one thing Celebrity didn't have also that I'm used to with the Royal Caribbean brand is they didn't make the animal towels. You know,
Mm,
I was
they
expecting to see
didn't.
my little animal towels in
They
in the
didn't.
room, and No animals was in the room.
They didn't. I mean, I didn't miss it, but they did not. Not in our room. They did not. They did not.
Mm-mm.
I wonder. I wonder if that's maybe something that celebrity just doesn't do. Maybe I don't know. I
Maybe.
don't know. But our cabin steward was Andrew.
Andrew. Mm-hmm.
Andrew was phenomenal. I would
Yes.
call him on the phone like, Andrew, we need another pair of slippers. And he was like, okay. He was just like so great. And just had,
Right.
he was always accommodating. He would see us in the hallways, ask us how our day was, how our evening was. He was just great, 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 great.
Yes.
Another thing that I think celebrity did well was the cocktails. now, if you go on like an all inclusive resort or even some other cruise lines, you'll get a cocktail and it's like it's watery or watered down a little bit. It's just not as good. Celebrity, great, great, great cocktail. Now you're gonna pay for this cocktail. Now the cocktail was between like $15 and $22. So I guess with tax it was like $17 to $22 per cocktail. And I was like, ooh. But you gonna pay for that. That mom, you didn't have the soda package, but you did buy soda.
Yes.
You were
And
able to
the
buy soda.
sodas were $5.70.
Don't forget that 70 cent
$5.70.
for a
And
12-ounce can. Like
yeah,
yes.
a can. Just a can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But also, I would suggest that when you go on these cruises, pay attention to your account. There was an error on my account where they
Yep.
had charged me for something that I did not purchase. But
Yep.
I was able to go to guest relations and they did correct it.
Yes.
But sometimes in the excitement of a cruise, you
Mm-hmm.
just order stuff, signing for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Keep a track because they
Mm-hmm.
do, they're human and
Yep.
they can make errors as well.
Yep,
So,
and make sure you like reconcile your what you did, what you bought before you leave the cruise. It's so much harder afterwards. So before you leave the cruise, before last morning, the last day you're on there, last evening, just go through and look and see. That way you'll have time and you can handle it then. If you're going home, looking at your credit card statement, then it's messy there. But make sure you do
right.
it before you leave the cruise. That's the best thing. I felt the ship was pretty. I felt like the ship was great. It was an older ship. The Reflection's
Hmm.
an older ship. It's going to be refurbished next year, which will likely be like maintenance things and maybe not as much aesthetic stuff. Maybe,
Right.
maybe. But I thought it was a solid ship. What did you think, Mom?
It was a solid ship. They had a couple of problems with the bathrooms, but you're
Mhm.
gonna have that
With the older
because you
ship,
have
yeah.
people eating, and it's not pleasant after dinner.
It's not. It was not. I was like, well, what in the world is happening? To say the least, it was not pleasant after dinner. Yes. So it is an older ship. So that's some of the drawbacks of having an older ship, that some things will break down and not work. And it
Yes.
wasn't a big issue for
Yeah,
us.
maintenance was on it every time
Hmm.
they would close. If there was a
It
problem
was
with the
like the
bathroom or
public
anyway,
bathroom, yeah.
maintenance was right on it, so there
Yep.
wasn't a problem.
Yep. What about the entertainment, the performers, the
The
shows?
entertainment, Phil the Funk was our celebrity entertainment group. They were
They
phenomenal.
were good,
They
yeah.
had this young lady from South Africa, I think
Hmm.
it's from London, Italy.
I can't remember what the
It
other
was
guy was from.
about four of them, four
Yeah,
singers. They
they were
were top
great. They were
notch,
great.
and I'm a really critic when it comes to music. If you're not pulling them notes, I'm like, but they did an excellent job.
They
The
did do a
dancers,
great
they had
job.
dancers. The dancers was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Very energetic.
Mm-hmm.
They sung songs that you knew and that you could
Hmm.
dance to, and it was really nice. The show was good.
Yes.
Now we're gonna talk about the other guys. Sakina.
Yes, and I might even put the video in this when I do the rewind. I might drop the video here. The other guys are four white guys from England, and they were singing like show tunes of shows that we didn't know.
Right.
But I think others on the ship may have known. And they were singing the tunes, and it was like, we didn't know the songs, but everyone else kind of knew them, and it was kind of weird. And they started singing Beyonce Single Ladies, and they was doing the little hand thing, but it was in their like England voice. It was like, what are we watching? It was just, and you know what? And I looked around the room, and the entire room was having a great time. Like they were
Yes.
all in it. And at
Yes.
one point, one of the guys, he was singing one of the songs, and he turned around, he kind of like switched his butt. The ladies went crazy, and I was like, what is happening here? But that was because this was for that those the other guys was for that audience
Yes.
specifically. They knew like this, they were the type of people who really liked it.
Yes.
And so
And
I
I
guess
would say
go
I would
ahead.
say the age group on
Yeah.
the ship was Caucasian, um 50, around the 50 age group.
And up. Yep.
50 and
And
up.
up. And
Yes,
up.
50 and up.
Yes. Yes.
Now it wasn't as bad as I've been on Holland American where that was the retirement home cruise. But it was the 50 and up
It
Caucasian
was.
group, and
It was.
so they enjoyed
They loved
that
it.
and
They
they had
loved
a
it.
good time.
They
Now
loved
when
it.
they did the Feel the Funk, the younger group, they wasn't
They,
too into it. But Sakina and I were.
yeah, we were
Well,
like, oh yeah, but then the
yeah.
other guy
But
showed
the
up. That was
other
just,
guy showed up.
they were
That
like,
was
yeah.
their
I was like,
little
are these
thing.
the
So
same people who
yes.
were here last night?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So
yes,
yeah. So that brings us to who celebrity is for. Like Mama P said, it was for it. I guess less diverse. Or tend to be a little bit older. I felt like most of the travelers there probably were older, like senior age, or they were like parents of kids that were like maybe elementary, but mostly like high school or older. Like, did you feel that, Mom? Like the kids were older too?
yeah. The kids were older, but there wasn't that many
It
kids,
was not.
and
No,
there wasn't a lot of
it
activities
wasn't
and
for the
things for the
kids.
kids. And
Mm-mm.
you really, even though there was a limited amount of kids, they did have a kids area, a teen area for them. So you didn't really see the kids unless you went to the pool area or
Yeah.
later in the evening after I guess
When
the
their activities
kid area
ended. Yeah.
closed. So yes.
Yeah, yep. So that it is for a certain type of person. It is a more relaxed cruise. I will say that it is way more relaxed. And I knew this. We got
Hmm.
Aqua Class cabin, which is for it was designed for the spa. So people who wanted that spa feeling, the relaxation, we got access to the spa amenities every day, all day, entire time we were on. As long as they were open, we could go whenever we wanted. Um,
Yes.
and that was nice. I absolutely loved that. That was nice.
Yes.
I just
Yes.
wish that during the day and the night they had more upbeat, more fun things. Like Mama P said, she didn't even dance, and I don't take much for Mama P to dance, and she didn't dance. So, so that's telling a lot. So, but if you want a more relaxed, slow down cruise, if you want to cruise with less children, like Mama P said, most of the children there were probably like middle school or high school. It wasn't a lot of
Right.
little kids at all, at all. So if that's
And
something
that's
you're looking for,
surprising since it's during the summertime and you would
yep.
think it would be
This
more
is
kids,
prime
but it
time for
wasn't.
families. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like it was older like grandparents and parents, and then maybe a teenager or something. If there were multi generations, that's how it
Right.
would be. So yeah, and we our cabin was pretty roomy. I thought our cabin
Yeah.
was roomy. We had a
The
balcony cabin,
cabin was roomy.
very
The
roomy.
bathroom
The
was
bathroom, yep.
roomy. It wasn't like real tight.
No, mm-mm,
It was really spacious. The
mm-mm.
balcony area was also spacious.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
the room, I don't know whether it was because we had the aqua class, but it was a really nice size room.
Yeah, but it was a balcony cabin. It was standard. It wasn't a suite or anything like that. And I did find it to be roomy, so that was good. Now, on one of the reasons we did this cruise because we wanted to preview it so we could be able to tell our clients what that kind of experience would be. That way we could match our clients to the best cruise that would fit them, and having firsthand experience is helpful in doing that. And another reason we picked this specific cruise is because there were two stops of this cruise, and they're the same two stops that our clients are going to be taking on Wonders of the Sea. So we have a small group of clients that are going in August, and then a larger group that is going in October. So we wanted to go preview all of this and bring back all the details. So the first
Yes.
stop for us was Coco Cay.
Yes. Coco Cay.
Run it, Ma.
Coco
Run it.
Cay. Now, when we first docked at Coco Cay, I went out on the balcony and I was taking a little video and I'm like, oh, it looks kind of small. This little area over here and that little area. But to my surprise, once we got off of the ship and start walking through Coco Cay, it was
It was huge.
amazing. It
It was
was
huge.
huge. And one of the reasons why we was able to see how huge it was because we did the helium balloon.
Yes, we
If you
did.
go to Coco Cay, you must do the helium balloon. Now, I'm not going to tell you that a certain traveler was a little scared. Talk about, oh no, we got to balance this thing. But it was amazing.
No,
You
wait a
went
minute.
up
Wait, wait,
400
wait,
feet
wait,
in
wait,
the
wait,
air.
wait, 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 wait. First of all, it is a helium balloon. It does go up 400 feet in the air, but because it's helium, it's not like steady and stable. There were people in there with us, and the operator says everybody has to be around to level it out so it doesn't have to move. And so we get on there, and I'm like, everybody has to be in their spot so it's level and doesn't like tip. As we got higher and higher, people started moving, and I was like, I don't like this. And then it's like moving. It's like, I don't like this. And the other lady, there was like a little boy, it was like teenagers. I'm like, I don't think they got enough weight to like balance this out. I had all kind of concerns. But it was wonderful. Would I do it again? I probably would do it again. Yeah, I probably
It
would do it
was
again.
it was fine.
Yeah.
When we go, our group goes in October. I've already signed my husband and myself up to go on the
Yes.
helium balloon.
Yes.
Sakina said she felt it moving. I didn't feel nothing. I was taking videos. I was
I
walking
wasn't. I
around.
wasn't okay. I was not okay.
It was amazing. And from the view, you could see the
The
whole
entire.
entire
Yeah.
park. You could see the different beach areas. You
Yep.
could see even the ship. So
Yep.
when we parked, we was on the Celebrity. Right next to us was the Wonder of the Sea, the ship
Mhm.
that we'll be sailing on in October. And literally, the Celebrity ship could sit inside
Yes, it
of the
could.
Wonder.
Yes. I mean,
and
it's
and
half
we
the
just
size.
love
I
it.
mean, no, literally, like I think our ship, the Celebrity Reflection, could fit about 3,000 people. Maybe I think the max is like 38. The Wonder Max is almost 7,000.
Yes.
So like it's half
Yes.
the size. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And everybody that we talked to that came off the Wonder was just talking about how wonderful it
Yes.
was. So we're
Hmm.
excited about doing that as well.
Oh
Well,
wait, we have a
back to
question.
Coco K.
We have a question. Did you have to take a smaller boat to Coco Cay? No.
No, no.
Mm-mm.
You docked right there, and
Yep.
there's like a little platform you
Yep.
walk, or you could take.
The
We found
tram.
out later you could take a little shuttle
Yep.
and take it down to Coco Cay,
Hmm.
where the kids area was. And then if you wanted to do the beaches, like we went to Hideaway Beach, was the
Hmm.
adult beach, um,
There's a
and
tram that
uh,
take you there too.
and
Hmm.
take a tram.
Hmm.
But one of the things my husband asked me, because I said it's an adult beach. That does not mean it's a nudist beach. It
It was
is
not
for
a
adults,
nudie.
no kids,
It was
And it
no,
was
it was not
nice
a
and
nudie.
relaxing. The music could have been a little more
Mhm.
upbeat, like,
I mean, they
but
did have a pool. The pool was behind us, and they had
okay,
music at the pool, but we were at the beach, and you couldn't really hear the music. And I was like,
right.
dang, I should have brought my speaker, but it was fine. The island, Coco Cay, is huge. It is huge.
Huge.
we didn't even see. We saw the whole island from the balloon, but we didn't even walk the entire island because it's just that big.
Right.
When you're there's food there. There's multiple restaurants there. It's all included. You can get water, lemonade, or like mango juice. That's included. If you have a beverage package, it works on Coco K as well.
Yes.
There is tons of free stuff. If you have little kids, they have the splash pad. They have, I
Yes.
think they had three splash pads. And mom,
Yes.
I found out they had three beaches. I only saw one beach.
Yes, I know.
They
It was,
had
I
three
think it was
beaches.
like Chill Beach, and there's
Yes.
beaches where you really don't even have to pay. We pay extra to go to the Hideaway
Hmm.
beach, but there's beaches where you can take your
Everywhere.
kids and
Yep.
go and chill. So
Yep.
actually you didn't have to
You don't
pay.
have to. At
Mm-mm.
all. I do recommend that if you have kids who are like middle school, high school, that consider the water park. Just because it is a lot of fun and that is geared towards that age group. Another thing is that, like I said, we have clients that are going in August, and I had a call with them recently about Coco K. We're talking about it. And I looked to see when other ships would be at the port at the same time. So that's important because then things would be more full if there's lots of other ships there. I think there's only max two ships at Coco Cay at a time, and it is generally the one. I think for your sailing might be the same. I have to check the dates, but it'll
Mm-hmm.
be the big ship like the Wonder and a smaller ship like
Yeah.
ours. It'll be
Mm-hmm.
those two are the two sizes. I didn't find the island to be crowded. Did you, Mom?
No, no, mm-mm. It wasn't crowded at
No.
all. And again, like we said, it's spread around. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like just one
Mm-hmm.
area that everybody's at.
Yep.
There's different places that you can go. But one
Yep.
of the things that I would also recommend that the guy told us, if you're gonna go to the what's
The thrill park. The
the
water
water
thrill park.
park, if you're
Mm-hmm.
going to go there, get your tickets before you get off the ship, because if you wait till you get at Coco Cay, is a little bit more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So or try
That's
to
for
get
all.
it on
That's
the
for all
app before you.
excursions.
Yes.
That's for all.
Hmm.
That's for your drink
Yes.
packages. That's for Wi-Fi. That's everything. There,
Yes.
it's gonna be cheaper now coming up into before you get on there. But once you get on the ship, it's still gonna be a little bit cheaper. But once you get on the island, it's gonna be a lot, a lot. So we did
Yes.
go to the Hideaway Beach, adults only. I think I would do that again just because that's me. I'm like ready for kids. But mom, did you think it was worth it? Would you do it? Did you need it?
Yes, and like I said, we're going in October, and I've already booked my paid for my Hideaway Beach. Now
Yep.
I might, what I'm thinking about is going to the other beach just to see
Mhm.
what it looks like before we take the train, because you're gonna have to take the tram to get to
Yep.
Hideaway
To
Beach,
that.
because you
Yep.
can't walk there. But
Yep.
the other places, I think we'll probably walk around just to see how they are,
Yep.
because we didn't really get a chance to walk around to go to the other places. We just went to the Hideaway Beach place.
Yep. Yep. And
Hmm.
the next stop, my favorite. This is probably my favorite day was Nassau. I absolutely love Nassau. I love the port. You know what? I probably just love the beach club most. I think that's what it was. But Nassau had a lot. There was a lot there. There was shopping. There was restaurants. You didn't have to take a boat to get there either. To get to the port where all the things are. There is a art gallery that had some amazing art in there. It was like it was this bohemian artist. It was just loved it. They had a free pool club. It wasn't on the beach. It was a pool club. So it was a restaurant with a pool. You go in for free. And you get the pool and towels for free. Food is extra. If you want a lounge chair, if you want a cabana, that is extra. But you could swim for free, just in the pool. I mean, I was like, oh, they had a DJ. It was jumping. Like that looked like that was a good time. We went to the straw market, mom, right? What happened to the straw market?
Yes. Well, the stock market was amazing, but what one thing I want to say is that I have been to Nassau before, and the ships or the cruise companies, they have really built this whole part
Mhm.
when you get off the ship. So if you're looking to be down with the people or the straw market, you have to walk and go outside of the gates. So don't get distracted so much of everything that's um between the ship and the gate, because that's what the cruise line has made. If you want
Hmm.
to go to the straw market, go outside of the gate, then you go down for maybe a block or so
Hmm.
into the straw market. The
Yeah.
straw market, be ready because they're going to grab you. Everybody got to sell their stuff. So if you ever been to a straw market or been to the islands, you know how they do. So be
Hmm.
prepared.
Yeah.
If you are older, like myself, I'll admit, it's a lot of walking. Don't carry
Hmm.
nothing really heavy. Wear
Hmm.
comfortable shoes. You
Yeah.
know, I had a bag that was really too heavy. I shouldn't have carried it. But try to carry something light so you can walk down there. And do not take the taxis. They're gonna try to the taxi drivers gonna try to give you a ride and stuff. Do not take them, because
Hmm.
one of the things too, if they take you to the beach or somewhere like that, there's no guarantee you're gonna get back in time.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
be careful
Yeah,
on that.
so we do not recommend any unauthorized vendors for any excursions, transportation, or any of those kinds of things. For a number of reasons. The biggest reason is that the State Department has said, do not take be
Right.
careful.
Right.
So if you can do excursions, there was a big line of people who were swimming with the pigs. They were doing all kinds of stuff. It's booked through the cruise line. So that guarantees your safety. That guarantees that you'll be back to the ship in time. All of those
Yes.
different things. So if you are interested, book through the cruise line, or you could book through us on. There's other vendors as well that we vet and we would recommend too. But just don't get
Yes.
there, and they'll ask you. They're like, you need a ride. You want ATV? You want scooters? You want all these kinds of things? We do not recommend that
No.
at all. We do
Mm-mm.
not. Safety is questionable, and we
Safety
want you to be
first.
safe. So, but there is
Yes.
like, so you don't even have to leave the gated area because there's tons of restaurant. There was ice cream. There's all kinds of things there. But then we did the Royal Beach Club Nassau.
Yes.
My favorite. That was the
Amazing.
best part of the trip for me. That was the best part of the trip for me. And you have to take a ferry, a boat. But it wasn't a small boat. It was like a ferry
Yeah.
to the beach club, which is at Paradise Island, which is like it's connected to Nassau, but it's just you have to take a ferry to get there. That's the fastest way to get there. And so you take the
Mm-hmm.
ferry over there, and it was amazing. You can get a day pass there. It is only for Royal Caribbean and celebrity travelers. So if there's other ships there, so when we got to Nassau, there was Norwegian, there was Margaritaville, there was two Carnival ships there. They cannot get on the Royal Beach Club. They could not get access to the Royal Beach Club. Only Royal Caribbean and celebrity. And the beach club opened December of 2025, so it is new. And it is family friendly, so it's not adult only, so it's a family friendly. And you get food there with your day pass, and you either get unlimited beverage, non-alcoholic beverage, or you can get a package with the open bar. Either one. I think the open bar was
Mm-hmm.
a great value for what you pay for. I had a great time there. They have a large pool. The pool was massive. And then they had a DJ at the pool, and then they had the chill beach where they had the beach chairs, and it was just amazing. What do you think, Mom?
Yes, it was amazing. Now it's like a man-made beach, so you're not going to get all the seaweed and the little fishes running around. I mean, the waves were coming in, but it was nice. It was really
Mm-hmm.
nice. The day we went, it wasn't a lot of people there, so there
Mm-mm.
was plenty of chairs
Yep.
and
Yep.
umbrellas and
Mm-hmm.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, following Sack, cause she's an old head, not like Mama Pig. We was on the side where the adults are. And I kept on saying, where's the music? I mean, you heard a little bit of music, but it wasn't, upbeat. And the guy told us it was on the other side. So
We
if you
walked
go on
right
the
past it.
other
The
side,
pool. They were at the pool. Yeah.
right? No, but it was another side because when we was
Oh,
getting back
okay.
on the ferry, we
Oh
heard
yeah.
the music. The music
Yeah.
was playing. So you get a choice of if you just want to
If you want a
chill and
relaxed
be
day, if
quiet,
you want a
a
party
quiet,
day.
relaxing day, or you want to party. You
Yep.
know, Mama P like to party sometimes, so
Yep.
I would have
Yep.
went over that way.
Yep. And they had these cabanas you could rent. They are great for groups. If you have a big group of family, you could have the cabanas. And then they have this big family cabana. It was $7,500. I was like, what?
$7,500,
It
and they
was two
said they
stories.
always have
They said it's
backed up
always booked.
reservations.
Yep. This is always
Now
booked.
I need to hang with them.
Yes. Yes.
Make me some
Yes.
new friends.
Yes, it was good though. I definitely would go back to Nassau on a Royal Caribbean or Celebrity. Like I would want to go back to that beach club because I had a great time.
Yes.
It was
And the
perfect.
food was good. The food
The
was
food was
good.
good.
They
Mhm.
had shrimp on a stick, and they had like
Mhm.
little desserts, like little cookies,
Mhm.
you
I
know.
like
Now,
boardwalk food, like fries and
yes,
stuff. So
yes,
yeah.
fries.
Mhm.
Now
Mhm.
the free drinks are a little watered down. You're not gonna get nothing. So just know that. But you can get, like she said, the non-alcoholic package, and they made me
Mhm.
some cute little fruity drinks or whatever because I had the
Mhm.
non-alcoholic
Yeah, you
package,
did.
and
Yeah.
so they were little cute little
Yeah, you
drinks.
could get
So
mocktails. Yep, they
yeah,
do definitely serve
mocktails.
mocktails. Yep. Yep, yep. So that was fun. So I guess to wrap it up, Mom, what are your thoughts, your closing thoughts about the cruise, celebrity? Do you have any concluding thoughts?
I had a wonderful time. And if you ever seen the little commercial where when you return home from the cruise and you look at your bed and now you got to make up your bed,
Yeah.
you look at the kids in the kitchen and you there with your plate ready. You know you used to the buffet. You know
Yeah.
the cruise can really spoil you.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed myself, even though it was an older crowd and everything. It was still a very nice, relaxing cruise. The aqua
Mm-hmm.
class was amazing. They had the little rooms, the heated rooms, the cold rooms. They had the
Mm-hmm.
heated lounge where you could lounge. But unfortunately, because it wasn't a long cruise, we didn't get a chance to really take a whole lot of advantage of that. So
Yeah.
if you go more, say maybe a 7 day or a
Yeah.
10 day, then you have
Yeah.
more time.
Yeah.
But
We
the
only had
five
one sea
days,
day.
yeah, we just went there one day. So,
One sea
but it
day.
was
So yeah,
wonderful. It
it
was
was
wonderful.
wonderful. I
They
had a
had the fitness
massage. I had
center.
a massage there. It was
Yes.
great. It was 75 minutes. It was wonderful. Yes, it was expensive, but it was wonderful.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yes, yes, that was expensive. Yes, yes. So, you know what I learned on this cruise is that there is not one perfect cruise line, and it is only the perfect cruise line for you. So whatever it is, so you need to know what kind of traveler you are, what suits you, and match to the perfect cruise line that fits you. And we did create a cruise match guide. All you have to do is put match in the comments on any of our posts, and you'll receive our free cruise match guide that kind of helps you kind of navigate and figure out which cruise line might be best suited for you. If you still have questions or you already ready and you want us to help you match a little further for your cruise, just put cruise in the comments and we'll send you our cruise inquiry form where you can fill out your information, where you want to go, how many people, and we can help you for your next cruise. Now, I need to say that I do have on my Virgin Voyages shirt. Only because I have decided that this is the cruise line for me. For me, and that is okay. It does not fit everyone. Every cruise doesn't fit everyone, and that's why we ask tons of questions. We give you tons of information to make sure whatever you choose is right for you. If you have any questions, we are here to help. And that is it for today and our celebrity cruise review, I guess. A celebrity cruise review. All right.
So
Thanks for coming, guys.
thank you. And I
Bye.
will see you later.
Yes.